What's the intro again?
I don't know.
Hey, there's no intro today. But
What? I don't know.
on to the tech news.
Hey.
Well, it's been a long October for Microsoft, but the Windows 10 October update is finally coming out. Again. But it's halfway through November, you might say, and you'd be right. You always were the smart one. And if you didn't know, Microsoft did release the update in October initially, but pulled it after it deleted users' files, which we talked about in this Techlinked episode. Now, those issues have apparently been resolved and fixed, and users who have their system set to automatically update immediately should be getting the new update first, with a wider rollout following sometime later. The update brings with it a dark theme for the File Explorer, the Your Phone app that lets you interact with your phone from your desktop, clipboard history, so you'll have an entire timeline of things saved to your clipboard, and more. So it looks like Windows 10 is actually getting some pretty cool stuff. Hopefully, it'll let us keep our data this time.
It's not really a fair trade-off.
It's not too much to ask either.
Yeah.
Can I just have it?
Come on, Microsoft.
Can I get it? NVIDIA made a pretty big deal about ray tracing when they launched their RTX graphics cards, but the actual feature was nowhere to be found. Until now, the Windows October update, which we just talked a bunch about, aka Windows 10 1809, also brings with it support for DirectX ray tracing, aka DXR, which is now enabled in Battlefield 5, the game. So are the brand new sparkly graphics life-changing after all? Well, they're certainly frame rate changing, as early performance tests by Tech PowerUp and Guru 3D show ray tracing cutting the game's FPS in half. God. Yeah. Now there are levels of DXR you can enable, low, medium, high, and ultra, but with DXR Ultra, the top end RTX 2080 Ti barely manages to hit 60 FPS at 1080p. That's the world's most powerful gaming card. Here's hoping that performance improves with a bit of good old-fashioned optimization. But I think it's fair to say that if this is what ray tracing looks like, I think I'm fine living a bit more of my life without it. We'll see how my life goes, though.
I need it.
You never know.
I need it.
Get out of here.
Give it to me now.
All this RTX nonsense has really put some pressure on AMD, however, to come up with a similar graphic solution involving ray tracing. Well, AMD's Senior Vice President of Engineering, David Wang, has given an interview stating that the company is in fact focused on other priorities for the time being. However, Wang also said that AMD will definitely respond to NVIDIA and Microsoft's ray tracing technology eventually, but it won't be a mainstream phenomenon until some form of the tech is offered on the entire range of GPUs, from the low end to the high end. And you know what? I think he's got a point. It's hard for me to get excited about RTX when A, it's arguably a subtle difference in graphical quality. There, I said it out loud. And B, it only runs at 1080p 60 on the highest end graphics card. I'm still mad.
Ah, come on!
Yeah. Time for the quick beats. Brought to you by Honey. Honey, it's the free shopping tool that finds the best promo codes whenever you shop online at specific sites. But how much money can you save? Turns out, those of you who have already downloaded Honey from the LMG link have already saved over 100 grand in the past few months. Woo! It's a free browser extension available on Chrome, Firefox, and Safari that saves you time and money, Honey, when shopping online at over 30,000 stores. Well, we made it through there. Honey works on Amazon, eBay, Newegg, Razer, Best Buy, Walmart, and more. That's already a lot. And it installs in just 2 clicks. Colton, Brandon, and a few others here at LMG have used Honey already to save lots of money shopping online, so you can too. Get Honey for free right now at joinhoney.com/techlinked. I'll do the quick beats. The US Army is getting into esports? Yep, the military has published a form that civilians can use to sign up for an official team to play Fortnite, Call of Duty, Tekken, League of Legends, Overwatch, and more. Army officials say the initiative's goal is to better the Army brand, and increase recruitment. So hopefully people don't sign up thinking they're gonna be virtual soldiers and boom, you wake up and you're actually in Afghanistan, sucker!
Hey, that would be kind of cool though. How'd they do it? It's a magic trick.
That's technically pretty impressive.
Whoa.
Yeah. And an iPhone 10 owner has updated their device to iOS 12.1, only to get a bit of a rude surprise in return. After plugging the phone in during the update, the owner said his iPhone started smoking and exploded. Well, that's what you get for smoking. Apple has responded saying that this is definitely not expected behavior. I should hope not! That's, we didn't plan for that. You know what? I'm actually surprised they even admitted that.
What, that that it's not expected.
Yeah, they didn't just own it. Well, we're courageous, you
Yeah,
know.
no,
It's,
that's a feature, actually.
our phones are lit.
It's a self-defense mechanism.
Our phones are fire! So you say you love the 3.5mm headphone jack. You say you're sad about it disappearing from phones. Yeah? Will you prove your love for it by purchasing a $150 headphone jack adapter? Well, that's what Essential is offering for the Essential phone. It's got an audio DAC and an amp inside, but still, $150 to show the world you're serious about using that dang jack. God, buy it, you hypocrites!
You cowards!
Google's Project Fi has continued to prove itself as probably the best mobile network provider by adding an always-on VPN to the service that will operate on both Wi-Fi and LTE. Project Fi. If you can get it, you probably should. That should be their slogan.
I'd buy it
If
I could get it.
if you can get it,
Yeah,
you probably
but I
should.
can't.
And by now, Nintendo, Sony, and Sega are all releasing classic mini versions of their old consoles. So why should PC be left out? A company called UNITE is asking the same questions and has developed a tiny unit they're calling the PC Classic. It will run floppy disks, aka SD cards, and will have HDMI and composite video ports. And today, November 14th, is now officially the day when the classic console trend jumped the shark.
Yeah!
We did it!
Woo!
And now it's time for this episode to end before we jump the shark. Subscribe for more tech news because we'll be back on Friday. And trust me, I got a good feeling about it. Shark! Jumped.
I get it. Because you jumped
Woo!
it.
See ya.
The shark. It's a broadcast term.
It comes from an episode of Happy Days.
Yeah.